Hey everyone, so welcome back. So I was thinking about maybe doing an example of let's go see what it's like to farm older content with the new way the scaling and such is now. So I switched over to my hunter, who is level 50. You can probably tell by the two pets that I usually have this guy just rock Beastmaster just so I can have the two pets and such. And although I've heard, I mean, I don't really care about this because I really don't use this guy for any, end game content or such. I mainly use him to help farm stuff. So whether or not Beastmaster is, better or whatever, it's something I'm not really that much interested in. I'm a little, I used to be able to get to Quel'Danas a little faster because I used to be able to just simply take the portal to Shattrath City and then take the portal to Quel'Danas and then just fall down to the entrance of the Sunwell Plateau. So now, because that portal for some reason is not working, I don't know, maybe that's something Blizzard's going to do something with later. Instead, we're simply just going to, look at that. 13 Blood Elf Paladin, who I guess decides, I'm just going to do stuff here in the starting zone area. Okay. Anyways, I thought, well, why don't we take a look at a raid from the Burning Crusade, just as an example. And I was like, okay, what's one that... And I realized I got it. So I hopped on my hunter here because I, of course, have been taking my hunter to the Sunwell Plateau, and you guys can probably guess as to why. This right here. Thoradal, the Star's Fury, the legendary bow from the Burning Crusade. I still do not have this bow. I have most of the legendaries that you can be able to farm and collect, from the, vanilla through through Cataclysm era. Except this bow. I'll even show you guys, because I have the feats of strength to prove it. So, I have the Fangs of the Father from Dragon Soul. I have Valinir. I have Shadowmourne. I have Dragonwrath. I have both of the Warglaves. I even have them unlocked for transmogs from Demon Hunter. I have Sulphurus. And I have Thunder Fury. I mean... This bow is like one of the only ones I still do not have. And I've been taking my hunter here for weeks. Now, I can also be able to take my warrior and my rogue. And I guess I could do that as well. But at times it just feels a little better or easier to just come here with my hunter because my pets can just annihilate everything on their own. I don't really have to do that much on my hunter because my pets can just wreck everything. As opposed to hunter and rogue, I'm like, okay, I actually have to do something. I'm sure you guys can understand what I'm talking about. It is funny looking at this. You see the comparison of the weapon I'm using right now, which is a time-warped weapon. It's item level 76. And the bow from Burning Crusade is item level 34. And that's just a funny little sight there. It would be cool if somehow some of these things were actually made where you could actually use them again for more current content, but I would be more than okay just simply unlocking this as a transmog, especially for one of my other hunters, like the Night Elf one I showed you guys that I'm mainly going to be using as a marksman hunter. So let's go take a look at what it is like. How effective are my pets as a max level hunter with two pets that I can be able to do against this raid, which back in the day was considered very rough. It actually still takes Kill Jaden a few hits, not one hit, a few hits to actually take him down, believe it or not. By the way, yes, I do have the Spirit Beast that you can get in Orgrimmar. I was like, okay, this is a very easy one to get. And of course I have Thok from, Siege of Orgrimmar. Alright, so let's take a look. What are the levels here? 32. So it's the same level as the enemies in Molten Core. Oh, they did not go down in one hit. Okay, so they actually take like a couple of hits. Okay. What about this guy? One hit. By the way, I know that there's some people that are really upset about the nerf to making gold in older content. There are some people that I know that are really upset about that. I was never really much of a gold farmer or anything. It's something that I never really learned how to properly do. How to properly farm gold, how to properly put stuff on the auction house to try and get more gold and such. It's something that no one ever taught me how to properly do that. So it was something I never really have ever done. I didn't really know how or what I was supposed to be doing. I know that I can actually make my own for my garrison. I just haven't gotten all the components for it. I actually have components just sitting in my bank, while just hopefully getting the other components I need in order to actually create my own auction house for my garrison. In fact, I need to take my shaman through Ice Crown so I can see if I can actually get the music track for Invincible for my the jukebox in my garrison. Look, these are important things, okay? You gotta have the correct music for your garrison. Hey, Caligos. Now that's interesting. It used to be I had to attack him in order to get him to do anything. Oh, he's actually hurting me.
Destroyed.
He's actually hurting me.
Has only begun.
Now, I'm going to dismount because right now my pets are not doing anything, even though he's attacking me. They're supposed to be defending me. Okay, so they actually did start to take him down, and he did go down pretty quickly. So what's interesting about this that I'm noticing, the same thing basically applied to Molten Core, is that you will draw aggro to the enemies more so than you used to. Like, they will actually notice you and start to attack you. But you're still gonna kill them in 1 or 2 hits. It's just a little interesting. It's almost like it's harder for you to avoid, like, enemies and trash and such. I don't really care about this stuff. I've done this more than enough times with this hunter that I have basically the entire set from my hunter. The only thing I don't have here for my hunter is that bow. So, alright, so next we'll see how Brutalis does. How hard does he hit me? And how quickly can I kill him? Because he used to be one of, like, the big, DPS checks and such back in the day. Like, the thing with him and Patchwork was that they weren't just, like, big balls of health. It was that they also started to do a lot of DPS against you.
Before this devil meets his fate.
Alright, we gotta sit through this RP for just a few seconds here. Just hold on.
What has become of Kalik?
Puny lizard! Death is the only answer you will find here.
It was cool getting to face Brutalis as a world boss in Legion. Like, if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, let me show you here while they are fighting each other.
There they are.
Here in the Broken Isles, right here, Brutalis would actually show up as a world quest, as a world boss. And you could go in here and, yeah, he could basically insta-kill you because he was like level 110. And yeah, it was rough. And of course, I'm sure it was a callback to how tough of a fight he was here back in the day.
I will crush you.
Malagos, my lord. I did my best.
That was fun, but I still await a true challenge. Come, try your luck.
Sure.
Now, this gets interesting.
I didn't check how much health he actually had. I should have done that. I'll check it here on Madragosa in just a moment, how much health she would have. Because I've got 15,000 health. Does Thok? Yeah, he's got 10,000. So that was my fault. That was something I should have looked at. How much health he actually has. Come on, show it flowing over to Madragosa and corrupting her. Oh, there we go. Come on. There we go. Fell mist. So she has, it looks like 1,400,000 health.
Death to all who oppose.
Go, my crows.
Kill Jaden will prevail.
So, of course, you know, at level 50, we're still hitting really hard for this older content. So, it may be a little different compared to how it was, say, a week ago, but we're still able to go through this stuff. Now, this is my experience based on going through stuff so far that has been either vanilla or Burning Crusade. Obviously, I have yet to truly test this out on other stuff such as Warlords, Legion, and even the this stuff from BFA. I know some people last night were actually trying to see if they could actually go through a raid in Nyalotha with how it works now. Though what's funny is that it's a little different because some people are still trying to figure out this whole situation with the add-ons, which, plain were like, why would you be trying to figure that out now, considering the issues are going on right now? Now, I will say when I got home from work today that I saw a lot of updates in the add-ons, so it's coming along. Like I said earlier in the other video, the authors for this are trying hard. Like, they're really trying to get this up to snuff. We gotta give them a little bit of slack, because I'm sure they are fully aware that many of us are hoping that they get this done, because many of us, end up really relying on the work they do with their add-ons. By the way, in case you're curious about the weapon I'm using, this is an extra appearance for the artifact from Legion. It basically is supposed to be, kind of like an elephant gun, but with a knife on the end. As opposed to, like, a sniper rifle or,
confusion,
a hunter rifle.
hatred, mistrust.
Let's now use Stampede here.
These are the hallmarks. These are the pillars.
How did this?
Oh my goodness. Those are the shoulders that my warrior needs to finish his set here, and they dropped on my hunter. This is why I get so paranoid about which classes to farm what content. This is why I have been refusing to farm certain places with other characters, for the risk of something that I want dropping on a class I don't, that can't pick it up. Like, I'm not going to farm this raid with a mage or a warlock right now. A class that can't pick up a bow. And then the bow finally drops for me, and it's on a character or class that I cannot be able to pick it up on. Ugh, I would hate that so much. By the way, I've said this before. I love this mount. I absolutely love this mount. Yes. So yeah, they're not really hurting us. It's interesting that they are just around 20 levels lower than me, and yet it's apparently that much of a difference. Hi, Muuru. The boss that many thought was one of the hardest bosses of all time. Those are gonna last for 3 minutes. That's funny.
I'm out of rage.
Now, I said this before in my Sunwell video. I can understand why Muuru was considered a hard fight. Whether or not it was considered a good boss fight is a different discussion. And that was part of the argument guys like Preach had. Like, he hated the hype behind the Muuru fight. Because he was utterly disappointed. Please drop the bow, Kill Jaden. Drop it on camera. Let me get this on camera, please.
The expendable have perished. So be it. The enemy is among now.
Look at how many hits Kill Jaden takes.
Not. I will bleed this wretched world and secure my place as the true master of the Burning Legion. The end has come. Let the unraveling of this world commence.
No bow. Still no bow. I've seen some people posting pictures that they've gotten it. So I know it exists. I know it can drop.
I will channel
Well,
my powers
I guess
into
I can just
yours.
come back here on my warrior and my rogue, since they are the only other two classes in this game that can actually
You will remember your name.
collect appearances
Yet this
of
day
bows,
changed
are
the
capable
course
of
of
actually
history.
equipping a bow and get an
What was
appearance
once
of it.
corrupt is now pure. Heroes, do not let her sacrifice be.
I've gotten the other legendaries. I will get this bow someday. It's just gotta take patience and perseverance on my part. So, as you can see, you can still be able to solo older content and farm stuff like before. Some people, as myself included, were concerned how this was going to work. The scaling seems to be interesting. It seems to get the job done or work. I'm not going to say it's good or bad. I'm just going to say it probably... I'm going to use the funny... classic meme term. It's working as intended. Some of you will get that joke. So, yeah. Wish me luck trying to get this bow someday. And let's go ahead and hearth out of here before we have to listen to the entire cutscene that takes place here.
Mortal heroes.
Besides, I don't really like that voice for Vel, and I prefer the voice he had in Legion. So, yeah. That is how the scaling for soloing older content works. And if I come up with something else for us to take a look at for the way this patch has changed things, I will try and show it to you. I'll see you then.